Hi there YouTube, Matt here again from the Gear Shed. We're going to do a quick review of my Olympus, Macpac Olympus tent. Okay. Right, so if you're not aware of these guys, Macpac originated in New Zealand many moons ago. Back in the days when there wasn't any globalization and you couldn't get anything else, Macpac was kind of the go-to equipment supplier in New Zealand, along with a couple of others. Ferrydown was kind of their main rival, which is now defunct. Things have changed a lot for Macpac. They're now like a vertically integrated company making stuff offshore in China, but they used to be all made in New Zealand. And this is a design that's actually been around since, the dawn of time really. For as long as I can remember, there was always a Macpac Olympus and another smaller version which was called Minaret. Right, so this is essentially a 3-hooped tunnel tent. Okay, it's the way it's pitched, it's outer first, or what they call multi-pitch. So essentially it is, the poles go through the fly here, through tunnels inside the fly, pegged down on here in the little eyelets. Okay, these are one-sided, they only go in one end. They've got a little reflective piece of tape on the end here so you can find them in the dark. So you put your pole in here, goes up and over the top of the tent, down the other side, and they go into reinforced pockets on the bottom here, so there's no extra eyelet in there to go through. That's all continuous pole sleeve all the way through, so quite easy and fast to pitch. This other little eyelet you can see here is actually for the inner. So let's have a look in here. So it's designed so that these, see, this separation is very much like a Helleberg tent. The poles can be threaded through these little hoops, go down and plug into these, so this inner can be pitched separately, and if it's raining you can just throw the fly over the top. So it gives you multiple ways of pitching. Also means you can put this inner up first and then plug these in and put the inner in. Ooh, I can do it one-handed, close range. Put these little toggles in and you can put your inner up then. Okay, so pretty quick and easy to put up. Probably the highlights for this tent is the floor is basically made out of the toughest material you're probably going to ever see on a backpacking tent. This is actually PVC coated. It's quite thick, heavy nylon. It's not going to be prone to puncturing. I've never really seen any wear out over my time. Very strong, overbuilt basically, expedition style stuff. Okay, so it's the interior. So all this is hanging, so it's quite loose. So it relies a lot on the, with this particular tent, it relies a lot on the pegging it, and the poles and the fly basically act like a frame together, because the poles are running through the outside of the tent and not the inside of the tent. It makes it stronger. Yeah, right. So the other thing you can do too, which is quite clever with all these having these clips here, is you can actually undo. Let me show you. It's a bit hard near this close. You know, pull that out, undo these toggles. Okay, and that means you can throw your tent back. Tent inner in if you want to cook or get all your kit sorted. You can throw all that back out of the way, go back one pole. Okay, so still have your inner up, and then when you're ready to cook, ready to go to bed or anything like that, you can plug this in. Also, obviously means you can take the fly on its own. On maybe a winter trip, and you don't want to worry about the taking the inner. Now, vestibule wise, it's got a front vestibule here. This is a kind of like the latest reincarnation of this model. It's got snow flaps on the front here, not like this, just on the front entrance. So obviously you probably possibly look at throwing that into the wind, use that as gear storage there. And then it's also got a secondary vestibule at the back. Now this is more door than a vestibule, I should say. Let me undo it. Unzip up here. Okay, nothing much. You put your boots in there if you're lucky. Alright. So, weight wise, this is 3.75 kgs all up. That's including the peg, poles, pole bags, that kind of thing. It's got a siliconized nylon outer, so it's quite waterproof. Other thing that was having this continuous pole sleeve in the outer. You have to seam, well, I haven't bothered with this one, most people used to never bother, but you actually have to seam seal the exterior of it because of the way the tent's made. It's very hard to seam seal it. Alrighty, so inherently It's been all over, not this particular tent, but this design's been all over the world, up mountains, up Everest, K2, Antarctica, that kind of thing. Being a tunnel tent, like I said before, you've got to be very careful about how you pitch it. You can also, it's been known to throw 2 sets of poles in, give it a bit more strength. But overall really good. Bit flappy because of that lack of that geodesic. If you're going to look at a geodesic dome comparison, it's a bit flappy there, but that's inherent in the design. Having that flappiness is actually can be quite good because it gives us some flex. Alright, so it gives you a quick overview. I've had this a few years. Sadly, I'm actually thinking of selling it, mainly because I don't actually really use it much. I use it just as, you know, throw it up at a campsite and that, and it's just kind of major overkill for that. Whereas, you know, I can throw any number of cheaper tents up and not worry too much about them. Okay, so as usual, subscribe, comments in the comments box, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers and good night.